Have you ever began a week with that feeling that it was going to be a really good week? That was how we all were feeling when we arrived in Calgary, ready to get back on the road. The week was all about finding dinosaurs in the Badlands and having fun in the Rocky Mountains. When we arrived in Drumheller, it was like we stepped back in time. It's not every day you see one of these. So we've just arrived in Drumheller, Alberta, home of the world's largest dinosaur. Rawr!
We're here at the Royal Tyrrell Museum, just outside Calgary. It's dedicated to the dinosaurs found in Alberta. They have incredible displays. Here behind me we have a full display of a Tyrannosaurus Rex that was discovered in the area.
I'm a T-Rex!
I'm a Triceratops!
Just a little outside of town, we came across the world's smallest church. There was a wedding here the day before we arrived. Today, Alice is officiating the service.
Good morning. If you didn't already know, Jesus died on the cross for us, and he gave us our excellent life. And now I'd like you to share words and kindness with one another.
We arrived at the Star Mine Suspension Bridge. The bridge was originally used to transport coal across the river from the local mine. Once across the river, we climbed one of the hills. Here is coal. On top, we could see the site of the old open pit mine. So where are we, Alice? We're here at the Badlands, the Hoodoo area. It's pretty cool and neat that we're able to get up and experience touch, feel, and climb this unique landform.
Within the Hoodoo area, we continue to explore. Don tried his Mr. Miyagi impression. While the girls worked on their yoga poses.
We headed west towards Banff. In town, it was like a zoo with thousands of tourists, so we escaped to hike Silverton Canyon. We were a little nervous as we did not have any bear spray with us, but fortunately, we did not run into any grizzlies. We hiked the canyon up to the waterfall, where we had beautiful views.
That evening, when we got back to our campground, we went for a bike ride. And it wasn't long before we came across a whole herd of elk making their way out of the valley to feed on the long grass. So we are currently here at the Lake Louise Ski Resort. We are about to take the gondola ride up to the top of the mountain and let's see what we can see.
On our way up the lift, we were fortunate to see a mother grizzly bear with her 2 cubs.
Here we are at Lake Louise Ski Resort. We took the chairlift up this morning, or this afternoon, I guess, and we're just enjoying some lunch up at the top of the mountain. And the view doesn't get much better than this. The mountains behind us. If we go over to the edge there, we can see Lake Louise, beautiful turquoise waters. And so, just looking forward to a hike after this.
We hiked over to the interpretive center, and on the way we got a better glimpse of the grizzly bears. They were still about 100 yards away, so we didn't get any great pictures.
We are having a new experience today. What are we doing?
We're going down the chairlift.
For the countless times we have come up the chairlift, none of us have actually come down. So, and it's really quite beautiful.
Where are we?
Beaver Tail.
Where?
At the Beaver Tail shop.
Downtown Banff.
Within the town of Banff, they had really crazy crosswalks. The lights would flash for pedestrians only to walk, and that we could go in any direction while the cars waited.
Today is Saturday, July 27th, and it is currently
4:59
in the morning. And where are we going, Mom?
Oh, hi. Just having some breakfast here. We are heading to Lake Louise today. We tried to go yesterday, but by 11 o'clock they had already shut the village down, and they said that you really need to get there by about 6 o'clock or around there just to get a parking spot. So we were committed enough to get up this morning and get going. So looking forward to a good day this morning. Maybe a little bit of a sunrise paddle on the lake.
It's 4:59.
Like most things about canoes, portage is an Indian invention with a French name. From porte, to carry, to avoid rapids, or worse. A Great Lakes canoe carried 3 tons of freight. Goods north or furs south, at 1,600 kilometers a month. 11 meters in length, a birch freight canoe weighed 275 kilograms and rode tenderly on the shoulders of 4 voyageurs. Romantic in legend, the real man staggered under packs which weighed more than he did. Chilled and bitten, ruptured by their loads or drowned by rapids, many a voyageur lies buried on the trail he opened west. But their roots became our roads, and their endurance and pluck, our heritage.
So where we're going, everybody?
Up.
We're going up and up. 3-kilometer hike to Agnes, and we're gonna have a tea house up at the top of that. Looking forward to it.
Let's keep going up and up. So we hiked up Lake Agnes, and at the top there's a tea room, so we just enjoyed some tea and biscuits, and now we're on our way back down.
So I'm the chipmunk at Agnes Lake, and people call me a fat chipmunk. But you know what? I saw a fat lady last week, and then she called me fat. She was so fat, she was huffing and puffing, and she climbed all the way up to the mountain. Oh, I seen that. Oh, so good. There's another one. Hey, buddy, watch out. I need peanuts.
So as we're driving through Banff National Park, we've noticed a lot of these special, cute little bridges. Soon realized that these are actually animal bridges. The sides of the highway are all fenced, so the animals can't come onto the road, and but then they can cross over at these bridges.
We headed north towards Jasper and had a stop at the Columbia Ice Fields and the Athabasca Glacier. We hiked up towards the glacier and took in the spectacular views.
Hey, Tony, there's gold in them there mountains. Well done. Hey, we are currently in Jasper National Park. We've just pulled over on the side of the road to watch a little black bear here, playing in the bushes, wandering along. It's hidden. Keep moving, buddy. Oh, sure. Here he comes. Seems small compared to the grizzlies that we saw the other day, but he's still a pretty big guy. Good Monday morning from Malign Canyon in Jasper Park, Jasper National Park. We woke up this morning to a whopping 4 degrees, so very chilly in the RV. We're now going to go on our about a 4K hike along the canyon here. We just read that it's a 51-meter drop from the top of the footbridge behind me here down to the bottom where the water has carved out a large canyon here. So very cool. It's so deep you can barely even see the water running between the canyon. So we're off to start our hike.
Oh, that's cheating.
No,
Let go!
It's knowing my limitations and recognizing them.
You can see here, the water has carved out the rock as it goes through the channel.
So we made it down to the bottom of the canyon. Absolutely gorgeous hike and lots of ins and outs. Incredible to see how the water is coming out of the mountain and adding to all of this. The problem with a 51-meter deep canyon and you hike to the bottom of it, now we have to start the hike back up. So good times, at least it's warming up.
We are continuing our travels, and next week we'll be heading north towards the Yukon, traveling along the Alaska Highway.